Welcome back to Studio Chatter. If your mother has gone through a breast cancer experience, what does that mean to you? Let's welcome Miss Spanish Fork, Grace Ahinger, and Megan Johnson, the nurse administrator from the Spanish Fork Hospital, to the table.
Welcome,
ladies.
This is a fun combo.
I know, look at us.
Have them both.
Yeah.
And now we get them together.
Yeah. So what brings you together to our table today?
Everything breast cancer.
Everything breast cancer.
Women's health and breast cancer. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we are so excited to be collaborating with Miss Spanish Fork and Grace and how we spread the word about women's health and breast cancer in our community.
Okay, so we're going to get to your event in a couple of minutes.
That's okay.
But you both have personal experiences. We would love for both of you to take a moment and tell us about that. Grace, do you want to start?
Yeah, so back in 2017, my mom was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. She actually had breast cancer about a year before she was diagnosed. She was misdiagnosed. They told her it would go away, and it never did. In fact, it grew. And so she went in again, and it was cancer. And so she started her journey. She did everything from chemotherapy to radiation to all kinds of surgeries. And it was about a year before she was finished. And now she's dealing with kind of the after effects of that rigorous treatment. Chemotherapy damages a lot of organs and things like that. And she has lots of checkups she has to do to make sure it hasn't returned. She actually has the BRCA1 gene mutation, which means that someday I will have to be tested for that. People with that gene mutation actually have a 90% chance, higher risk of getting breast cancer. And so I will have to see if I have that, and then if I do, I will have all the preventative surgeries done. But because of her journey, I learned a lot, and I've been able to really understand that community better than I ever would have before if she had not gone through that. So
I'm sorry you had to go through that, though.
it's okay. It made me a better person, for sure. I've been able to do things I never thought possible. I would never say that it was a good thing that she got cancer. I would never say that. But I am here now because of it, for sure.
And thankfully a positive outcome.
Yes.
What's your story?
So similar to Grace, my mom was diagnosed in June of 2017 on routine mammogram. So she had had her one the year previous, and everything was clean. She went in for this one, and they saw some spots, so they sent her in for the diagnostic screening, and she was diagnosed. She was only a stage 1, thankfully, because they caught it soon enough, and so she only had to go through radiation. She went through 3 months of radiation, and then she did have a lumpectomy and ended up at the same time going through a breast reduction. And so they were able to actually take more tissue than they really needed just to give her that reduction and grab it all. And she, this summer, was actually just cleared of all of those tests and visits. And she is on an estrogen suppressant that she will be on now for the rest of her life. But just to be able to say, that she is a breast cancer survivor and that she is in remission is amazing. And I can tell you as a nurse and the information that I do know, just how it affects you and just what it can do to your family, and just the thoughts and the trials and the emotions and everything that goes with it. It rocks your world. And just like Grace said, I'm a better person for it. The journey is hard and it's very emotional, but I think no matter the outcome, you always come out stronger. Your family comes out stronger, and that's really what this month is about. It's about the recognition. It's about putting aside the excuses that I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have, I don't want to know the diagnosis. And the earlier the detection, the better the outcome. And my mom was a 1 year out from her mammogram. You talked in an earlier segment, can you do it every 2 to 3 years? Absolutely not.
I appreciate hearing this because it's a bit frustrating when we're given a lot of different answers.
I'm going through a situation right now with a friend and a coworker that had her routine mammogram in May and was diagnosed with stage 4 in August. So it is a rapid and aggressive form of cancer. It's metastasized, and you don't know. She felt a lump and went in and got that diagnostic screening, and it's never the outcome that you want. And so the importance of your monthly checks, like, are you doing your monthly checks? Do you know your breasts well enough to know when something's not right? Is so important. And when you detect something, you can't be afraid to go in and do that. And if you want me to go in there with you, call Spanish Fork Hospital. I will go through the entire process.
Will be there.
I will be there for you. I will grab that warm robe and we'll give you the V chocolates and we'll get through it together, because the chocolates make everything better. The warm robe makes everything better, but just the presence and the people that are performing those mammograms to just make it as easy and simple of a process as you can. And just to have that support, and you don't have that support, let me be your support, because it's so important to get that early screening so that we can prevent that progression.
I think the knowledge is power, but the power in it is life and living. And it's okay to be ignorant, I guess, or fearful, but in the end, that may be the one that, takes you. So I think with our family, because it ran historically in our family, and my aunt passed away from it. My mother, when she found out, she just went, kind of dramatic, double mastectomy, like, I know this. My sister died from this, like, I'm going all in. And so with us, it's made us more aware of it as well. So I appreciate the knowledge, because before I was submissive to it. Like, I just really didn't know that it was concerning until it happened to me. And now I tell everyone, you never know who it may happen to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just like a thief in the night. It can happen to anyone. Yeah.
So what we're doing in collaboration with Grace is, how do we empower these women? Take control of your health, take control of your family and your life, and it's about the awareness. And so we are working on our first annual kind of girls' night out, and I'm gonna let Grace tell you the rest, because she's really the brains behind it all.
Stop. I've had a lot of help. Stop. No, these guys are so amazing to work with. I've dreamed of doing something like this for forever, and now that I get to do it with them, it's just so exciting. But so it's a women's health fair, and it's an experience for free that women get to come and experience vendors in our community, so that they can be a healthier and happier version of themselves. We have different medical specialists coming so that women can get more educated as to how to stay healthy. We also have fun things in there, like we have Alyssa Hall Makeup Studios coming in to do makeup for those who want it. We have a permanent jewelry girl coming in. It should be so much fun, because it can be fun. We don't want this to be scary. It shouldn't be scary. It should be something that we aren't afraid of.
I love that it's there at the hospital, because a lot of things, like, I am scared of doing things for the first time, but then once okay, I check in here, I go down this hall, and this is where it is. Then the next year, it's just easier. So to have this event here, if people haven't been to Spanish Fork Hospital, they're there. They're
This
like,
is a great way to get to know it.
Yeah.
First step in the door.
Is it an open house? Is it a limited ticket? Like, how do we go?
I mean, anyone can show up. We're expecting at least 500 people around
hoping.
that. We're hoping.
Yeah, first year.
Yeah, it's our first year. We don't want to,
She's aiming for the
Yeah, she's going big. She's going big.
is.
Yeah.
Which is great. Us old ladies hope for our 5 best friends.
Yes.
We need to listen to Grace. Yeah. So where is it going to be at the hospital? Is it inside, outdoors?
So it'll be located under a tent on the south side, so the main entrance side of the hospital. And we'll just have all of the vendors there. Spanish Fork, we have our wind. It's in October, so we'll be saying some prayers for good weather. It'll go from 6 to 8, and anybody can come and go. Gift bags, free swag, and just learn a little bit more about the hospital, about women's health, Utah County Health Department. We talk about mental health resources, just a lot of information to help our community be more proactive, right? And to get a good handle on our own health, because a healthy community is just, it thrives so much more than, and we have a lot of health disparities, and we do see more of a rural, and access to care can be an issue for people, and so we just want to make sure that they know that cost and access, it should never be a worry.
Love
This
it.
is going to be
Love
fun.
the idea. Yes.
We will be there.
Thank you.
Good.
Yep.
Grab
I
the
expect to
ladies,
see you.
grab the
Just put it in my
blankets,
phone.
grab some cider, and head out.
We have all
Right?
of our
Grab your
viewers
blanket.
there.
Yes, grab your blanket. Yes. There's more studio chatter coming up.